2012 is a special year for Memorial Health System as we celebrate 115 years of service. Over the decades, medicine, technology, and healthcare practices have changed. But one thing remains constant. It's the people who have always made Memorial Health System a great place to work.
Because it's a great place to work and great result. That's when I choose Memorial to work.
I get a role to play in these people's lives. Even though it's a small part, you know, I'm invested in somebody. I mean, that's our goal. We want to better our patients, to get them back on their feet and back home to their families.
I think just being able to come and make a better place for our patients and their surgeons and the staff that I work with makes it worthwhile coming to work every day.
We see lots and lots of patients, and we see patients more than once. Lots of patients come back here because they tell us they like coming here for their care, and that's, you know, I think a function of how we've been trained and how we've, you know, been part of Memorial. That's our system. I think we've worked very hard to do that, and we've been pretty good at it.
I consider it a privilege to work at Memorial. It's very hard to get on at Memorial, get hired at Memorial, and I consider it an honor to be considered an employee.
I feel that all my work that I do as a nurse is important. People look for us to do our best when we go out to see them.
Guided by our statement of values, Memorial Health System is committed to providing equal opportunity for employment, growth, and advancement. The depth of that commitment is found in the available training and education programs. The value of that commitment is providing employees with the opportunity to make meaningful contributions to our mission and the safe, high-quality patient care we provide.
I really consider that an important part, is to be able to go to those classes, to learn more, to try to keep on top of what's out there, because the medical field is such a changing environment on a daily basis.
I would say that Memorial takes care of making sure their employees are invested in the opportunities for growth, opportunities to learn, as well as making sure that managers at Memorial really pursue and make sure that you're happy with how things are going and that things are going well, and they pursue you and make sure that you're being looked after and that you're happy with how things are going.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'll take a class here and there, and I'm still learning. I want to move on, of course, in regards to my education, and just continue to grow and to learn, to be able to help all that I can.
There's always educational opportunities within Memorial. I've got to learn the basics on the accounts all the way up to the resolution of the account. I've gotten to take part in classes to better myself.
Memorial does provide opportunities to continue education, a lot of on the unit and net learning. You are able to, they do support continued education here at Memorial.
You can hear my accent on second language. I learn my English develop because I talk with a lot of people. Even if I have broken English, he helped me to talk with the patient, with family, with my co-workers. So I have a lot of deployment. Even if I'm not going to school, Memorial helped me to grow.
Fostering professional growth at Memorial Health System isn't enough. What makes a career at Memorial special are the relationships forged with one another out of trust, integrity, respect, and a shared commitment to excellence in performance.
I'd like to think that I made a conscious decision. I almost think that I might not have had a choice. This is really a family affair for me. My mom, the entire time growing up, has and still works here. My maternal grandmother worked here until she retired. My paternal grandfather worked here until he retired. I've had, my aunt has worked here. I still have several family members, cousins that work here. My oldest daughter worked here for a while before she went off to college. So I'm almost thinking that I might not have had a choice, but I'm glad that I didn't, so.
Coming into work each day knowing that you work with a positive team, you have the same goal set. The surgeons that we work here at Bayless with, they choose to work here. They like coming here to be with us. We know what their needs are, what they like, and that's a good part of my job.
I would say the teamwork on 6G is probably the #1 reason why I like my job the most. There isn't a day that goes by that we're not all chipping in to help each other with some patient or some rough experience going on at work. We're all there for each other. We're never going to let somebody drown. We're always going to be willing to stay over and make sure the staffing's taken care of. I just always feel like we're a family and we're going to help each other out no matter what it takes.
I had a patient that was COPD. He had been into the hospital, been in and out of the hospital before we actually got in real good, to take care of him. And looking at his medicines and just being there with him every day, pretty much, I could see him changing, getting worse. And so I would call the doctor and just suggest some things to the doctor, and the doctor was like, okay, yeah, fine, that's fine. And he did live a lot longer than we expected him to live due to the fact that I was able to see him holistically and be able to put in place the things that he needed to do to survive longer and be comfortable. Of course, being a nurse, we go real close to the families. And his wife was really, really close to me. And when I went to the wake, I never would have thought that they would ask me to pray at his wake. And she said, he was so close to you, we'd like for you to do the prayer. So I did.
Our teamwork here is phenomenal. Everybody understands very clearly that the patient is the person that we're here for. And we understand that we're going to only see them, we hope, for just a short period of time, but that we have to make a difference in their life while they're here very quickly. So everybody knows that we got to do something special to make that patient feel that they're being cared for.
You always feel good when you alleviate somebody's pain at 2 o'clock in the morning. Things, I don't know, a lot of people, their emotions come out at 2 o'clock in the morning. If you have the time to sit down and alleviate some of their fears, that makes me feel like I've done my job.
In the decades ahead, medicine, technology, and healthcare practices will continue to evolve. People will continue to change. Over the next 115 years, one constant will not change, and that is our commitment to our mission, our values, and the patients we are privileged to serve.
We get patients from all over Central Illinois because they can't get the care that they can get here elsewhere. And that's just a nice feeling that you might be someone's last resort and you're able to take care of that person at their most desperate time.
I think that it helps the patient's recovery and not having to put so much concern on the bills that they're receiving. It can be overwhelming, and I think knowing they have the support that we're going to get that for them and work on that for them helps relieve their mind.
We all have a goal, and that goal is to help those people outside this community. And I get a role to play in that. Everybody is concerned on the patient that's on the operating table. And with that, that's the most important thing that there is.
Honestly can say this is a great place to work.
Service to
Humanity.
Excellence.
And performance.
Respect for the
Individual.
Value of employees.
Integrity and
Relationships.
community
Responsibility.
Equal access.